Hi everyone, welcome to Yarnbank's online event. I'm Marika from SHIMA SEIKI.
And I'm Kota, also from SHIMA SEIKI.
So, have you tried Yarnbank yet? It's a web service where you can browse and ask about yarns for free.
SHIMA SEIKI runs the platform and collaborate with yarn suppliers from all over the world to offer a place to discover new materials.
Over the past few years, more and more manufacturers have joined. Now you can find everything from classic to the latest yarns worldwide. Plus, we've added lots of useful features.
Today, whether you are familiar with it or not, we will show you how to quickly get yarn information and use it in your knitwear production. Marika, will you please start from introducing about yarnbank first?
Yes. As of July 2025, about 6,700 people, mainly involved in knitwear production worldwide, including apparel brands and knit manufacturers, have registered with Yarnbank. There are over 65 yarn suppliers that deal with flat knitting yarns that have been registered from different countries around the world.
That's true. There are lots of well-known yarn suppliers on there.
Designers from famous brands and knit manufacturers use Yarnbank as a tool for gathering material information. But it's also popular among students who will lead the future knit industry and young designers who want to start their own original brands.
So it's also a place for business matching and connecting companies with each other. So Marika, why don't we take a look at what services we actually offers?
Sure. Right after you log it in, you can instantly see the latest color books and the most popular materials on Yarnbank. The new color books are updated daily, and the popular ones are refreshed every month based on user actions like views and inquiries. It's especially rewarding that people who can't easily visit trade shows can still receive up-to-date trend information free of charge. While the initial view displays colorbook thumbnails, you can change it to show swatch images or reference images instead. On each yarn supplier's page, you can quickly see their collection lineup. Yarns that the manufacturers recommend have labels, so you can easily spot the featured materials. You can use this button to get in touch with the yarn suppliers directly and ask about the yarns you're looking for. For example, you might check options like yarn information or price and say something like, "We are a company that does a small lot knit production. Could you please suggest some 100% merino wool yarn suitable for a 12 gauge? This way, even if you haven't worked with certain yarn suppliers before, you can connect with them through Yarnbank. On Yarnbank, you can also search for yarns. As of July 2025, there are about 3,500 materials registered. You can enter the conditions you need for your project, like wool, cashmere, polyester, features such as machine washable or anti-pilling, gauge, price range, and search yarns across from all over the world. You can even filter by characteristics like recycled or traceable and certifications like Woolmark. Pretty amazing, right?
These days, with rising material prices, climate change, and the trends for sustainable production, a lot is changing in the industry. Many people are finding they cannot use the materials they used before and are looking for alternatives. We've heard from users that Yarnbank search function has helped them expand their options, discover unexpected yarns, and start working with new yarn suppliers.
If you find a yarn you're interested in, just click on its color book image. Then you can check out all kinds of information, from basic details like count, material, and gauge, to product photos from different angles. You can also zoom it in to swatch images for each color. Nowadays, more sample books show just yarns without knitted swatches. For melange yarn or fancy yarns especially, it's sometimes hard to imagine how they will look knitted just from the yarn. That's why this feature is super handy. One of yarnbank's biggest features is that you can see whether the yarn has been knitted on SHIMA SEIKI's knitting machines. Yarns that have been used in SHIMA SEIKI knit samples have product photos posted here. When you click through, you get to SHIMA Data Mall, a website where you can view detailed information about that product. And it's free to browse too. Here you will find whether the sample was made with whole garment technology, which machine was used to knit it, the knitting time, sample weight, techniques involved, lots of useful details. When using a new yarn for the first time, people often want to know what kind of items they can make or what knitting methods will be suitable. This information is really helpful and well received.
Especially with whole garment products, customers often want to know about silhouette or suitable yarns. The SHIMA Data Mall lets you search samples by machine type or details too. When you enter those criteria, SHIMA SEIKI's original knit samples will pop up. The sample information always includes yarn details, and some of them are linked back up to the yarnbank as well. So SHIMA Data Mall and the yarnbank work together both ways when checking out yarns. If another sample is knitted using the same yarn, you will see similar photos on the yarnbank site too.
This way, between Yarnbank and SHIMA Data Mall provide as much information as possible about both yarns and products to support your knitwear production. If there is a yarn you're interested in, as before, you can contact the manufacturer directly through the website about price, delivery times, or how to purchase it. Your company name and email address will be automatically filled from your registered information. Plus, it's easy to make an inquiry from selectable options.
More brands have started buying actual yarn from yarn suppliers they met through yarnbank. We often hear feedback saying it's convenient to have SHIMA SEIKI sample information linked up like this. And some schools even use yarnbank in classes to get up-to-date information on materials.
Yarnbank is active worldwide, including at yarn exhibitions like Pitti Filati at Italy and private shows hosted by SHIMA SEIKI. We showcase recommended materials provided by yarn suppliers alongside the latest SHIMA SEIKI knitted samples made with those yarns. Exhibiting both yarn information and knitted products together has been well received by many visitors. On Yarnbank, we also share lots of useful information. The website features an article called Find Out About Yarn and More, where you can read about the passion behind each manufacturer's workmanship. Besides topics on spinning and materials, there are thoughts shared about Yarnbank itself. Plus, you can check out popular SHIMA SEIKI knit samples from events like Pitti and other exhibitions. You can also subscribe to newsletters to get updates on exhibition information and new materials from yarn suppliers. This newsletter is quite popular among Yarnbank users, showing a high open rate.
By the way, there is another important feature of yarnbank, right?
Yes, it's the yarn data download function. The downloaded data can be used in SHIMA SEIKI's design system, the SDS1 Apex series software, for things like knit pattern simulation. Using digital samples in production is spreading fast, and yarnbank's data strongly supports digital transformation in the fashion industry. Let me walk you through how to use the yarn data in the design software. At Yarnbank, we analyze trends on our website on a regular basis based on search keywords and other data. Fancy yarns like loop yarns and glitter yarns are especially in high demand. This time, let's search for glitter yarn. As we showed earlier, you can search by yarn type, and it's also possible to filter results to show only yarns with available data. This way, you can find many yarn options. By switching the thumbnails to simulation images, you can check the knitted fabric appearance while searching the yarn data you want. Once you download the yarn data, it gets saved to your computer's download folder or wherever you set it up. If your computer has the design software installed, just double-click the file. We'll save it into a dedicated folder within the program. Please make sure to check which SDS1 Apex systems and versions support using download yarn data before proceeding. With this downloaded data, you can simulate twisted yarns too. It's usually hard to imagine how the combination of fancy and glitter yarns, or 3-ply or 5-ply twisted yarns look just from a yarn. Actually, making twisted yarn and knitting samples can take weeks. Many people try twisting loops by hand to picture how they will look knitted. But with the design software, you can instantly adjust twist counts and simulate twisted yarns on screen as many times as needed, saving time and costs while planning knits efficiently. You can also create designs for stitch patterns like structure or jacquard patterns. Behind each design, part of knitting data compatible with SHIMA SEIKI machine is automatically generated, making it easy to collaborate with knit factories. Let's try simulating a finished design using that downloaded yarn data now. As you see here, the simulation realistically shows the texture of the yarn. The SDS1 Apex series offers industry-leading high-quality knit simulations. When combining stitch patterns or using fancy yarns, it's often tough to imagine fabric density or sheerness. But with this software, you can check everything beforehand, making planning much easier, a feature highly praised by users. Also, you can create colorways for product photos using yarn data. Each color links to stock colors, so color chips are automatically generated showing which colors were used. Not only solids for melanges or twisted yarns looks too. This greatly reduces time spent creating spec sheets and helps streamline planning work. SHIMA SEIKI client testimonials show various customer cases dramatically transforming their production flow using SDS1 Apex series, shortening sample lead times and developing sustainable knits alike. Please take a look at those examples as well. Also, the SDS1 Apex series offers a subscription service called Apex Fizz. If you want to learn more about Apex Fizz, please visit the official Apex Fizz website and click on Watch the Demo Video to access the demonstration video sign-up page.
Lastly, let me guide you through how to register for yarnbank. If you do not have an account yet, please set up your email address and password from the QR code. After that, you will get verification email from Shima Online. Please enter your name, company name, and other required information. With this simple process, everyone can use yarnbank search, browsing, inquiry, and yarn data download features for free. You can also use the same account to search and view knit samples on SHIMA Data Mall. Please note that purchasing knitting data for samples is a service for customers who own our products, and it requires separate authentication with us. Even if you created an account before, but your registration information is incomplete, you will not be able to access yarnbank. In that case, please just reset your password from the login menu by clicking "Click here to reset your password" and follow the instructions on screen. We regularly update recommended knit fabrics and the latest information on Yarnbank's Instagram too. Please follow us. Thank you so much for watching today.
We look forward to your continued support of Yarnbank.
Bye.
Bye.